was in the later years of the Second Nether War that the halfling twins Aelop and Daela were born in the distant, lost realm of Anduir's Rest. Born under the harvest moon, their arrival was taken as a sign of strange things to come, for few twins had ever been born among the halflings before. They were presented to the council and town elders for fear that they might be a bad omen. However, after much discussion, it was finally decided that they carried no threat to the rest of the realm. Just to be on the safe side, they were blessed with good fortune and long lives, and then left to be raised in their family home. Saying that they brought good fortune to their kin might be stretching the truth to the point of breaking, for where one halfling causes mischief, two halflings cause it tenfold. Not content with the quiet lives of their nature-oriented kin, these two halflings pushed the boundaries of what was considered appropriate in Anduir's Rest. As grown halflings, they were little more well-behaved than as children. However, they did finally settle into a little home burrowed deep beneath one of the greater trees. Their kinfolk believed that perhaps they had, at last, built solid roots in their homeland and would stop with their childish antics. In truth, however, these two halflings dreamed of faraway places and rumors of fantastical things. Well into their grown-up years, they began to burrow deeper underground and schemed of running away and exploring the dangerous and beautiful world outside this little wooded haven. For they believed that surely the outside world could not be all as bad as they had been led to believe, and for what dangers it might hold, surely there was enough good to be worth the risk. Hello there, and welcome back to my next episode on the Realm of Vasten. I am Mar, and we're here in the Port Bray storage just outside of the Hall of Kinship, and we're here for a particular reason. I've actually spent the last, feels like probably 2 hours maybe more, doing some cleanup of my inventory, trying to tidy up my ender chest a bit so that it's not quite so all over the place, and I also got a present from Gray. He brought over an entire shulker, this one, of not zombie flesh, leather, because I'm going to need a whole bunch of books and bookshelves and lecterns and whatnot for the library. Now, it's a little laggy here, and I apologize for that. There's a redstone contraption down there that keeps hissing every couple seconds, and I think it's causing a little bit of lag as well. So we won't stay here too long, so hopefully it won't be too big of a bother. But I took this shulker of leather, and I went over to Sandrasku, where we have I believe it's a mixed mob farm and a couple of like normal farms, one of which is sugarcane, and I turned a bunch of sugarcane into paper, and this is what I got out of it. A whole bunch of bookshelves, a whole bunch of, well, I mean, a little bit anyway, but, I mean, when consider how expensive each one of these are. Each one of these takes, like, I think it's 4 slabs, which is, you know, absolutely nothing, but it also takes a bookshelf. So these here represent, you know, over half a stack of bookshelves. So on a 1-to-1 basis, I mean, it's a fair rate, but it's still kind of an expensive block to craft when you consider that you need the leather and the books and the paper, you know, and all that stuff for the bookshelves. And then I left some books just on as normal books, just in case I needed a couple, like if I wanted to make some written books maybe to put them on the lecterns, that sort of a thing, because the lecterns are going to be both for the villagers, the librarians that we have, but I also kind of want them to be functional for us as well. I kind of want to make some written books and put them on the lecterns with little bits of lore, mine, Fixes, and, you know, whoever else writes up lore on the server. They can either come in and do some of their own, or I can pull some off of our little, like, we have like this, it's similar to a wiki page. We actually have a wiki page, but we also have another sort of lore page. I don't know if it's finished yet though, but yeah, I might be able to pull some lore off of that and make use of it. Now, I have prepared in my ender chest 2 shulkers, 2 little project shulkers, and there's 2 things I want to accomplish, maybe not both of them in this episode, but I at least want to give it a shot. Now today is Saturday for me. The poll about what our second kingdom will be is open, I believe Fixxitt through tomorrow, which is Sunday. However, due to the timing of things, I probably won't be able to let you guys know what the actual results are for another week after that. Because today, actually, the Realm, or the Wells Night Patreon server is resetting. So I may need to keep this episode a little short to make sure I don't miss that, because I need to be able to edit the episode, render it, all that fun stuff. And that usually takes a couple hours, and it's already noon for me. So we're going to try and keep this episode pretty short, and I've cleaned up a little bit here, put the shulkers away and everything. I think I want to put the villager breeder down at Bedrock. It occurred to me, up here is a kind of a bad example, but right down here, we are at Y85. If we put that at Bedrock, that's probably going to be, what, like 75 blocks or 80 blocks maybe, all the way down there. So hopefully that will help reinforce that the babies will lose their memories of their beds when they come up here. So yeah, we need to keep the episode a little bit on the short side today, and one of the projects either today or in the next episode that we do will be working with the villagers, you know, building a breeder and hopefully getting it functional. And the other thing will be to go over to Anduir's Rest and make ourselves a little halfling hole. And I want to do that today. I want to do the halfling. I definitely want to at least get a start on that. So let's run over to Anduir's Rest and start working on that. Oh, by the way, this needs to get fixed. This it makes me feel like my stomach's falling out, you know? Oh, no, I hate this. Get me out of here, please. Oh, thank you. Arrived safe and sound. I know it's not gonna hurt me, but there's a part of me is like, it's gonna kill me. I'm gonna lose all my stuff. I'm gonna fall out of the world, lose everything into the overworld void. It's gonna be terrible. So yeah, somebody please fix that. I don't know how to do it. I'm not that good with command blocks and teleportations and all that stuff. Please fix that. Okay, so here we are in Anduir's Rest. There is some redstone contraptions around here that have me a little bit framey right now. I know over here we've got a whole bunch of hobbit hills. I don't know. Well, hello. There's Criddle Skittles, I think is how they pronounce their name. Hi. I don't know where people have, like, sort of quote-unquote claimed a spot. So I may need to poke around and just see if I can't find a spot that looks like it's open and available for me to use. So, ooh, those are nice mushrooms. I like those. So let me poke around just for a few minutes, and then I will be right back. And welcome back, everybody. I think I have found a possible location for my house. We'll have a few problems with it. We're kind of close to what appears to be the mine shafts going down to, well, you know, mining level. And there's also a hobbit house that's already, halfling house. Definitely halfling house. There's already a house right here, so we can't really extend out this way. But this space here seems reasonably unused, you know, if I dug out the stone here. So I'm thinking if I put the door here, had a small antechamber, and then immediately did like a U-turn and went downstairs, maybe my entire halfling house could be even further underground. So what we need to do is we need to clear out some space here, so that we can, like, put some foliage. I'll have some foliage. I'll build up a little bit more of a hill here. Probably bring that up. I think I want to get rid of the grass block entirely. Do something like this. Maybe fill in back here a bit and there. Just trying to build up the terrain a bit, I guess. Something like that. And then maybe this. And then I would want... I would need to put in the actual house itself. Where's my... I'll use some spruce. Spruce should do pretty good. Actually, I'm going to need a crafting bench as well. So let's just let's do some slabs, and then we'll do, well, I guess we can just do some stripped, maybe? What would stripped look like? Now, the one thing is I'm building here on a diagonal. I think I'll probably do what I've seen some other people doing, and have the door on a, like a two-sided door, so a door on both sides with a pressure plate to get in and out, or at least one direction anyway. So if I do that, then I'll probably want something here and there, so maybe, actually, well, no, that's probably actually which is fine. Although it is kind of, they're not lined up perfectly. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I'm going to need 2 doors though, and let's just go ahead and use spruce. Whoop, that's not the right direction. Let's do, no. Let's see, how do I need to set this up so that it fits? Unless I have the door, nope, that's the wrong way. I need to open it no, come on, open it this way. There we go. So that it opens like that. And like that. So then when you open it, it's just like this. The alternative would be having the doors on the other side, which I suppose I could do. I actually may prefer that. Let me try it the other way. Maybe do something like this. I just need something to stand the doors on. And nope, I always do it the wrong way. Do it that way, and then that way. So then I can have, oops, that is not right. How do I, come on, doors, cooperate with me. No, no, still wrong. There we go. That is far more complicated than it needs to be. Now, just out of curiosity, if we put a pressure plate, do I have any? Am I doing blindness here? I don't think I have any, actually. Let's just do 2 spruce pressure plates. Now, I know if I put one here, you can open it. My question, though, would be if I put one here, would it open them? It would. Excellent. So yeah, I can have a pressure plate going both directions. And then on this side and this side, you know, I might want to do some glass because we have some interesting glass panes. See, which one is the one? Nope. Is it this one? No, no. Where's the one I like? Is it white? This one here. What is that? Cyan. See, cyan would be perfect. So if I put spruce plank, you know, we might need to make this a little bigger after all. Because I want it, I don't want there to be like dirt on this side. So if we did something like this, get rid of these, I could put a little window there, because then that would still allow the doors to open. And then I could probably cover that up. I wonder if we have podzol in storage. I could try and cover it up a fair bit. Put leaves maybe on top. Oops, that's not exactly where I wanted to stick that. Let's take that out, put it here. Just trying to cover that up, because I don't want this to look like it does, basically. Alternatively, we could try... Well, no, I guess that'd be okay. Let's see. I need some more podzol. Let me work on this little entrance here, and I'll bring you right back. I think this is a bit more like what I had in mind. I brought over a couple different kind of leaves because I wasn't sure which kinds are other than green in this biome based on our texture pack, which I actually need to upgrade. I also discovered that my memory is terrible. This is our custom lantern shape. This is the one that's based on the end rod. It's just retextured. This is the, if I can find some place to hook it, I don't think so. Right there, okay, well that'll do. This is the new lantern. They're pretty similar, it's just this one is bigger and it has the crisscross lines. So I got them mixed up a little bit. But, yeah, so we've got some different lantern options here. We've got some windows. I put glowstone behind them instead of actually being able to see, especially because over here there's absolutely no space to do anything before I hit the house that's next to me. And I figured if I did it on one side, I might as well do it on the other side. Besides, it's not like there's going to be a whole lot of room here anyway. It's going to be weird having these sheep right next to me, though. I'm going to have to be careful not to take up too much space. What I'll probably do is just do a spiral staircase down and around, and then build down that direction. Now, I think the last thing I want to do for the outside, of course, there's plenty of things that we could do. I did actually bring some flowers, so, you know, we could plant some of these around. I don't have a lot of space here to work with, so we'll probably just have to be a little sparse. Maybe, well, I don't want to make this walkway here too crowded though, because I need to be able to put in a path. Now I know I have some more. Here we go, grass. I need some of this stuff. Did I just throw one on the ground? I did. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that, self. I mean, it's not exactly the way I necessarily want it to look. Let's see, maybe if I get rid of these two, do the same thing. Maybe get rid of all of them, just so that there's no podzol. Except maybe that one. I could put a flower right there. Let's see, what kind of flowers did I have? Maybe the red poppy. Doesn't look like a red poppy in this texture pack, but hey, that's okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Out here we'll probably, I guess, bring it over here as well. And then, what kind of slabs do we have? What kind of a path type are people using? We've got the stone for the main road. We've got some dark oak there for lead into the building. That's where we keep our storage. What's everybody doing over here for their personal walkways? I'm seeing a lot of gravel mixture in this area. Is anybody using like wood planks, you know? Not really. Well, there's a bridge. Looks like there's a lot of this gravel mycelium path block mix that appears to be the most common type, but then it does ultimately lead up to this road here. I don't really have a road that's right next to me. However, there is eventually going to be one based on the placeholder blocks that I saw. I think Juxie was the one who put down a whole bunch of mushroom blocks to sort of mark out where roads will eventually go, these red ones over here. So maybe we just won't do maybe we'll just leave our path where it is, because it looks like the road is going to lead right through here. So I could maybe just wrap around and meet up with it there. So maybe I'll just leave it like this and see how things go. Now I do need some lighting, and I think I need some. Let's grab those, turn them into sticks, and get ourselves some fences. So let's see, where would be a good spot? Trying to decide. I don't want it to get in the way of anything, but again, we have such a very narrow space here to work with. I mean, if I did that, it's just going to turn it back into dirt. I didn't really want to do that though, so let's take that back. Put down that. Where did my fences go? And then we can do lanterns or the big lanterns, and I don't know which one we want to go with. Oh, this is such a hard choice. Maybe we'll just do it and deal with it, you know? Maybe we'll just deal with it. Something like that. And then maybe another one right here. I guess that'll do. You know, just have two. That should be enough. It'll provide plenty of lighting in the area. Now, another thing I want to do, even though we're going to be burying ourselves underground, eventually I want to spiral all the way back around and maybe have a chimney that comes out right here, because I think that would be kind of cool to have the smoke particle effects going up right above the front doors. But that'll be like a later thing, because I have to figure out where I want everything to line up on the inside first. So since we've got this outside sort of taken care of, let's go ahead and shift gears and go inside. So I think what I need to do is grab some planks and start figuring out where I want my spiral staircase to go. So let me get at that, and I'll bring you right back. Alrighty, everybody, I have made a bit of an update here. I have the start of the spiral staircase anyway in place. It's not decorated, it is lit up, but it is not decorated. So you come in and you immediately hit the staircase pretty much. There's not a whole lot of transition there, because again, we're kind of pressed for space. I tried to come up with a design that was compact but still covered up everything that it needed to, and I guess hopefully looks halfway decent. I'm going all out on the spruce here. Everything here is spruce pretty much. I mean, we got spruce trapdoors, strip spruce, spruce logs, spruce planks, you know, the whole ordeal. And I was going down at a half step slope, And I actually have a little bit of a secret spot here. As you can hear, there's sheep over there. If I come over here, and then you have to open this one first, and then you open that one, and it shoves you down. So you can crawl right over here and get like instant access to the sheep and the sugarcane, and the actual storage area is up there. So if I could find some way to sneaky, you know, some sort of thing over there, that'd be kind of cool too. Do I need that? No, I don't. I'm gonna get rid of that. Save blocks. Now to get back over, I put an extra trapdoor right here. So what you do is you just stand here, hit that. It lets you slide right back through there, and then you just have to close all the trapdoors when you're done. See? I think that's a pretty sneaky way of getting in and out to the sheep and the sugarcane. Now it's going to continue spiraling down there. If I end up having enough space, like some of these areas are maybe like that's path block right there, so I can't go up. However, because it's, you know, hobbits, I could potentially go down and just crouch for a very small moment, because you'd end up having to do something probably like this, to be honest. Oh, I don't even have to crouch. Wow. I'm not crouching at all. Cool. So I could do something like that, and then have a little room here, you know, because we've got plenty of space down there, and so long as I don't go up any, I will be fine. If push really comes to shove and I need something for the ceiling, instead of using the planks, I'll just do what I did here and use a slab. Realistically, I could use a plank there if I wanted to, but it's part of the window frame, so I just left it the way it was. And you know, it's not very noticeable. It's pretty well hidden, I hope, anyway. So I think this might be an interesting design here, for this whole thing. And I can do that in, well, that's probably the only spot, because over here you're talking about hitting the sheep and whatnot. And I don't want to interfere with whatever I build over here. This is kind of cramped, because, you know, you come through here, you've got, you know, the berry bushes and whatnot. And of course this, you have no space whatsoever. So this will probably be the only one that's like at an angle like that. I don't know what we'll do over here, but we could have part of the room going off, or part of the house going off that way, and then the rest of the part going off this way, and then we'll just kind of sprawl down underground in I don't know. I know how halflings can live in any kind of a house, even like normal houses like those, but a lot of the ones that I'm familiar with burrow in the ground like little moles. So having all these little rooms scattered throughout like deep underground, I think it kind of makes sense. So I will ultimately be sprucing this place up. Now, because these trapdoors here, we won't actually be able to put anything right here, except maybe I don't know if it'll let you share this spot, but maybe armor stands. I'm not 100% sure on that though, but we can at least put something in each of these spots. Now in some of them I've got the lighting here, and I may like just bring that up one, and maybe put something underneath it, but I could put like maybe a bookshelf with a flower pot on top, put a flower in it, maybe a crafting bench somewhere, just so that, you know, we have easy access to that. You know, there's a lot of different things that we can do here with the start, this spiral staircase of the Hobbit hole. If push comes to shove, I mean, these are pillars and whatnot, but I could potentially sort of sneaky in some bookshelves, maybe replace that with a bookshelf. I don't know. I'm just kind of like spitballing here, just coming up with various ideas. If you guys have any ideas on what we could sneak into this hallway, the staircase / hallway thing, by all means let me know. I'd be willing to try pretty much anything. We just need to make sure that we can still walk through, and I would prefer not to have to crouch all the way down, because that's just kind of slow. I know it makes sense for hobbits or, you know, halflings, but I'd prefer to avoid it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. I know we didn't really get a whole lot completed in this episode, but I think that's a pretty good start nonetheless. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I hope you keep on coming back for more, but until next time, I hope you have a fantastic time, and I will see you later. Bye!